My grandmother kept $1 in her purse she never spent. Not once, in all the years I knew her. It wasn't for emergencies. She had a coffee can on top of the icebox for emergencies. This was something else. This bill lived in the little zippered pocket inside her purse, and if you ever went digging in there for bus fare and your fingers got close to it, she knew. From the other room, with her back turned. "You leave that where it is," she'd say. And I left it where it was. She had a reason she'd give you. "Money finds money," she said, "and a purse should never sit empty, or it forgets how to be full." And she had a reason she would not give you. I didn't learn what that particular dollar really was until after she was gone. That's number 12. But first, and I want you honest with me today, how many of these old money rules are still quietly running your life? Because I follow most of them, and I have watched a good few of them fail me flat. Let's count. Number 1, an itchy palm. I promised you this one a while back, and here it is. Your palm starts to itch, deep in the middle where you can't quite scratch it right, and there is money coming. But it matters which hand. Right palm itching, money's coming in. Money you didn't expect, headed towards you. Left palm itching, money's going out, and going out fast. So the old move, if it's your left hand, is to rub it on wood and stop the itch before you spend something you don't have. Some folks rubbed it on their backside on the theory that you can't spend what you're sitting on. My grandmother found that vulgar and did it anyway. And you already know what she thought about a purse set down on the floor. We've covered that one. Money on the floor, money out the door. She'd have had it up off the ground before it finished landing. Number 2, see a penny, pick it up. You know the rhyme. See a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. But there was fine print your grandmother knew. The penny had to be face up. Heads up, that's the lucky one. You snatch it quick. Tails up, and you had a choice. Leave it lying for the next soul, or flip it over to heads so you'd hand the luck to whoever came along behind you. Now here's where I part ways with the old rule, and I'm the granddaughter of people who knew exactly what an empty cupboard looked like, so hear me out. I pick up every penny. Heads, tails, sideways, sunk in the mud on the shoulder of the road. My people did not leave money lying on the ground to make a point about luck. A penny is a penny. Luck can sort itself out later. Number 3, never give a purse or a wallet with nothing in it. This one I still do, and I'll do it till the day I die. You give somebody a wallet for their birthday, a purse for Christmas, a little coin purse for a graduation. You never, ever hand it over empty. You put something in it first. A coin, a folded bill, a $2 bill if you're feeling fancy, and some people swore by exactly that. Because an empty purse, given as a gift, wishes an empty purse on the person you gave it to. You'd be handing them a life of coming up short, so you seed it. A little money inside, so it starts its life full, and so does the person carrying it. Number 4, the first dollar you ever make, you never spend. If you're my age, you remember this one on the wall. You'd walk into a luncheonette, a barber shop, a little hardware store, and there behind the register, in a cheap frame gone yellow at the edges, was a single dollar bill, the first dollar that business ever took in. You framed it, you hung it, and you never spent it, because that first dollar was the seed of the whole thing. Spend it, and you'd spend the luck of the whole enterprise right along with it. Now, I want to be honest with you, because I'm not here to sell you something I don't fully believe myself. There was a diner on the main road when I was coming up. Good people ran it, and right behind that register was the first dollar, framed, proud, exactly the way it was supposed to be. That dollar hung there through my whole childhood. That diner closed, framed dollar and all. They did everything the old way told them to, and the doors shut anyway, and I watched a family pack 30 years of their lives into cardboard boxes. So I'll ask you straight, and this is the part I really want to hear about. Did the old money luck ever actually come through for you? Or did you do every single thing right? Frame the dollar, seed the wallet, pick up the lucky penny, and come up short regardless? Tell me the ones that worked. But I especially want the ones that didn't. Down in the comments. Be honest with me. I'll be honest with you. That's the money you can already hold in your hand. What comes next is the money that's supposedly on its way to you, if you know the signs to watch for. Number 5. The money spider. If you ever found a tiny spider on you, not a big one, a little one, the kind so small you'd almost miss it, walking across your sleeve or dropping down on a thread in front of your face, you did not brush it off, and you did not, heaven forbid, kill it. That was a money spider. A tiny spider on your clothes meant money coming, and the story went that it was busy spinning you new clothes, new fortune, a little more than you had the day before. So you let it walk. You let it finish whatever it was doing and go on its way. My grandmother would sooner let a spider ride her all the way to the mailbox than knock a single dollar off her own luck. Number 6. When a bird blesses you. I'll use the polite word for it. When a bird, flying over, happens to leave you a little gift. On your shoulder, on your hat, on your good coat. That is not bad luck, no matter how it feels standing there. That is money coming. A bird choosing you out of everybody was the sky deciding to pay you. And I've got one for you on this. A few years back, my husband and I were walking out to the truck, and a bird got him. Right on the shoulder of a jacket he was fond of. And he carried on about that jacket the whole way into town. The whole way. The way that man can carry on. That same week, a cheque turned up we'd stopped expecting. An old refund, tangled in paperwork for the better part of a year, that we had long since written off as gone. It came that week. He stopped complaining about the jacket. Number 7. A stalk floating in your tea. Back before tea came sealed up in little bags, you'd get a leaf, a stem, a bit of stalk floating on the top of the cup. And that wasn't something to fish out and frown at. A stalk floating in your tea meant money was coming, or a stranger was, and sometimes both, since a stranger might be bringing the money along with him. There was a whole reading to it in Nan's kitchen. A soft, small stalk was a woman coming to see you. A hard, firm one was a man. You'd fish it out, lay it on the back of your hand, and clap your other hand down on it, and the number of tries it took to knock it loose told you how many days until they turned up at your door. Number 8. Bubbles on your coffee. And if you were a coffee house instead of a tea house, you weren't left out of it. You pour a fresh cup, and bubbles gather on the top, a little cluster of them floating there. Money coming. That was the reading. Some said if the bubbles drifted toward you, the money was yours for certain, and if they clung to the far side of the cup, you'd have to chase it a little to get it. And the old move was to catch them, quick, with your spoon, before they popped. You scoop the bubbles up and get them in your mouth, and you've caught that money before it had the chance to get away from you. Those were the happy ones, the money on its way to you. Now the other side of it, the rules Nan lowered her voice for. Because money doesn't just arrive, it leaves. And there are ways, she said, that you chase it right out of your own house without ever meaning to. You already know the one about whistling it out the door. Number 9. Never count your money after dark. Come nightfall, the purse got put away, and it stayed away. You did not sit at the kitchen table under the lamp and count out what you had. Count your money after dark, the old belief says, and it melts on you, slips through your fingers. You'll never hold on to it. And worse, you may find you have less than you thought, because money counted at night has a way of shrinking before morning. Some of it was good sense dressed up as a rule. Count your cash at a lit window at night, and you're showing the whole street exactly what you've got and exactly where you keep it. But Nan didn't mean the neighbours. Nan meant the money itself heard you counting and got restless. Number 10. Never pass money straight from your hand into another hand. This one caught me off guard the first time I really watched her do it, because it looks like rudeness if you don't know better. Somebody owed her, or she owed somebody, and instead of pressing the bills into their open palm like a normal person, she'd set the money down. On the counter, on the table, in the little dish by the door, and let them pick it up from there. Because money passed hand to hand, skin to skin, carries more than money. It carries whatever's travelling with it. A quarrel. A run of bad luck. Hard feelings you didn't even know were in the room. Set it down, and the money crosses over clean, and none of the rest of it comes along. So you always put it down. You never hand it over. Number 11. Never lend money on a Monday. Monday set the pattern for the whole week. That was the thinking behind a good many of these. Whatever you did on a Monday, you'd find yourself doing all week long, so you'd best be careful what you started. And lending money on a Monday meant you'd be handing it out every day, right through to Sunday. You'd have marked yourself as the one the money flows away from, so loans waited. If your brother-in-law came asking on a Monday morning, you found a reason to make him wait until Tuesday. Not because you wouldn't help him, because helping him on the wrong day, Nan believed, opened a door you'd have a hard time getting shut again. Which brings us all the way back to that $1. Number 12. The rule was simple, and it's the oldest one there is. Money finds money. A purse should never sit completely empty, because an empty purse forgets how to be full. So you keep something in it, always. One bill you never break. A seed. And a seed, kept safe, keeps the rest of the harvest coming. That's what she told me that dollar was. The seed. Don't touch it, and the purse stays full. I believed that my whole life. I only learned the rest of it when she was gone, and it fell to me to go through her things, and I found it, still there in that little zippered pocket. And it wasn't $1. I had called it her dollar my entire life, since I was a girl too small to know the difference. It was never $1 at all. It was an old note from the other side of the ocean, worn soft as cloth, from a country she left as a young woman and never saw again. And I know now where it came from. Her father, a man who spent his whole life underground, in the coal, in the dark, walked her down to the boat the day she sailed. And at the bottom of the gangway, before she climbed up and left for a country he would never once lay eyes on, he pressed it into her hand. The last of what he had on him. The last thing of his she would ever hold. She kept it so her purse would never be empty. That is what she said. But I think she kept it so she would never run all the way out of him. So there would always be one last piece of her father and her home, and the whole world she left behind, right there in her purse, where she could put her fingers on it in the dark. Was that a money superstition? Money finds money, keep the seed, never let the purse go empty. Or was it just love, wearing the only disguise a practical woman would ever allow it? I've decided what I think. I'll let you decide for yourself. So, what's your count? How many of these are still yours? More than 5, and you hold on to money the way my grandmother's generation did. Close and careful, and a little superstitious about it, whether you'd say so out loud or not. And then tell me the 2 things I asked you for. Tell me the old money rule that actually worked. The itch, the penny, the bird, the one time the luck really did come through for you. And tell me the one that didn't. The dollar you framed, the wallet you seeded, the rule you followed to the letter while the money walked out the door anyway. I want them both. The believers and the heartbroken. I read every last one. Knock on wood on your way out.